And after presentations, we'll start. We've got the seniors, and we'll go in alphabetical order here. Marcus, I want you to come up here first. Marcus Askins. Marcus, of course, what I always say, what a point guard, and what a defender, and very, very unselfish player. Marcus was our conference defensive team. I tell you the one thing I can say about Marcus, this was after he'd already been named our conference defensive team. Coach and I were talking about it not long ago. It was the Ottawa game at our place in the semifinals. And you know, it's amazing how something just catches your attention. The ball was right in front of Coach and I. It was right on the wing, right in front of us on the bench. Marcus is guarding the guy. And this guy makes a ball fake, and he's going to try to throw the ball into the post. And I never forget it, because I turned to Coach and I was like, wow. Marcus was on this guy guarding, and he fakes down, Marcus goes, he goes over the top, Marcus just comes, snaps that thing. There we go on fast break. Just really showed the ability to play some great on-ball defense, some things he does. That was a highlight in itself. It just stuck in my mind. I'll never forget that. But Marcus just did a tremendous, tremendous job for us. And he also, of course, probably is no surprise to anybody on the team, he was named the most valuable defensive player on the basketball team as well. And so, give a great hand to Marcus. Nathan, you can come on up here. Nathan has been our captain, one of our captains the last 2 years. And I tell you what, you know, when Nathan went down with that knee injury a year ago, and what an impact that had on us as a team. But I tell you, the things that Nathan went through, spending a whole year rehabbing that knee, and doing anything and everything he could all last year. As you remember, we stood up here a year ago right now, and Nathan was given the most inspirational player award. And that just shows a lot, tells a lot about this young man and all that he did to help his team, even when he couldn't play. And then I tell you, there's the other guy that deserved what all that happened this year to this team. And for him, this guy earned every bit of it. And really very, very, very special year that Nathan had, and this team had. And this guy was the key leader with that, no question about it. They don't have records at Bethany that go back in terms of double-doubles, but I would like to think that I imagine he probably set the record for the most double-doubles in the history of Bethany College basketball if they kept such a record. And of course, one of the most exciting double-doubles was, I think it was second round game, wasn't it, with Oregon Tech, 28 points and 16 rebounds. That had to be one of the most biggest double-doubles ever. And probably one of the biggest double-doubles, I would think, in the history of the tournament itself. I don't know that they don't have records on double-doubles in the tournament as well. But just a very, very tremendous year. And what's more, you know, I tell people about this basketball team, that this team was a team that I think demonstrated the highest level of faith and trust, and care that I have ever been around. And we were down there at the national tournament, you could just feel it. And you know, I think one thing that athletics can do for certain is the ability to use that to show your faith and your strength. And that's one other area where Nathan was so huge to this team, because as a witness and how it just spread throughout the team, I think a lot of people, because of Nathan, have greater faith today than they had before they knew this guy. And I think that that's something that we don't see enough of. One of the great things that can happen through participation in sports. And I know that Nathan's thinking about being a teacher and coach. And I just think that, God, what a great calling right there. And that this guy is going to continue to have tremendous impact and influence on a lot of young lives in the future. I mean, that's just tremendous. Nathan was, I don't know if they had enough room on the plaque, to put on his awards and honors that he's done through the years. But this year, Nathan was also named, among other things, he won the Thor Award, which is a statistical award based on rebounds and assists and block shots. And I looked back at the records. He had one of it. Wasn't our most in history, but it was certainly one of our top three, I think, in terms of number of block shots in the season. And just so many things that he did for this basketball team. So he won the Thor Award, and he was also a co-most inspirational player award, and voted by his teammates, again, probably not as a surprise to anyone, as the most valuable player for the season 2002-2003. Nathan. We're ready. I asked him when we turned all this stuff in and faxed it over to Mid-America Awards and so on. I said, are we going to need to go to we have 5x7 size plaques. I asked him, are we going to need to go to 8x10 this year in order to get all this stuff on these plaques. Asked him, by the way, and of course you all know, Nathan was also, and I should have mentioned that to Marcus too, Nathan was, of course, as you know, first team all conference. And both Marcus and Nathan, Rod and Nathan, along with Hildy, were on the national tournament, all tournaments. And that was very, very, very special as well. So, as far as Hildy, both Nathan and Hildy started on the 2000 national tournament team as freshmen. And what a special experience that was. And certainly, as this team went to the national tournament this year, we were able to draw a lot on the experience that these two young men had. And I think that was instrumental in the success that we had this year, to be able to draw on them, as well as Chad, Hassan, and of course Chuck, that was there with us as well in 2000. And I think that was absolutely huge for us. But Hildy started, of course, for 4 years. Of course, won numerous honors through the years. And just this year, quite a haul himself. He was on the NAIA national tournament team, as I mentioned. Also, and I keep backtracking here, because we got so many awards, you can't expect me to remember all these guys. But also, Nathan and Hildy both were on the NAIA All-American Scholar Athlete as well. And we had 4 on this team this year, which is the most Bethany basketball has ever had. And that's certainly very, very special honor as well. So Nathan was there, Dustin was that as well. And then Dustin was NAIA All-American Honorable Mention, which becomes basically, to my knowledge, in the history of Bethany basketball, the 3rd NAIA All-American for Bethany basketball, Bethany College. First being Rob Alstead, who built the lockers in the locker room. The second one being Jeff Edwards. The third one being Dustin Hildebrand. Certainly a very, very special honor in that regards. Also, Dustin is in the record books, and I think it's very, very interesting to see, some guys can score, some guys can pass, some guys can do both. Dustin goes into the career record books as the career leading scorer at Bethany Cottage, 1,751 points. And he also goes into the record books as the most career assists at Bethany Cottage with 462. So he has the career records, both scoring and assists at Bethany Cottage. And it's just a very, very tremendous career. And again, you talk about the guy who is such an intelligent basketball player. I know he's going to be another coach and teacher. And what an inspiration, great leadership he's going to be able to give to so many. I was going to say young men, but I think he might be coaching girls basketball. But anyway, what a tremendous inspiration and such a knowledgeable player. And that's one thing that we really learned to do with this team. As coaches, you grow and you learn all the time as well. And we developed such a tremendous confidence and trust in these players. And so often they would have such tremendous ideas and see things that we didn't see, suggestions that we didn't see. I'll tell y'all right now, you've all heard this story anyway, that, down there at Bethel, when we were at the end of overtime, and called timeout, and we were huddled up as coaches trying to decide what set play we ought to run, and we decide on one, and come to the huddle, and Hildy and the seniors allowed to say, let's run number 8. And, the first thing comes to my mind, hey, these guys are out there on the floor. They know what that defense is doing. That's what they feel good about. That's what we're going to do. And so we ran the play that these guys called. And of course, as they say, the rest is history. We stick the shot at the buzzer that Hildy does with the execution of that number 8 play. And it's on the national tournament. So just such intelligent players. And that trust, confidence, built. These guys, and Hildy was such a big part of that. I always think one thing that will always be etched in my memory from this whole experience is Hildy getting up there with his nephew at the worship service on Sunday morning and singing "Jesus Loves Me." And what a neat thing. And I tell you, there's a lot of things like that with each one of these young men that is so etched in the minds. Anyway, we're going to miss this guy. For 4 years, everywhere I go, they says, well, you're going to find another Hildy. I don't think we'll ever have another Hildy on this basketball team. But anyway, join me and give me a great hand. Chad Hilton, Palmer, Kansas, in high school. You all ladies, but his dad and I played basketball against each other. His dad was in Cloud County, and I was in Barton County. He played for a coach who was a very, very demanding coach as well, Larry Forsythe. So I can see where Chad gets his work ethic, his hard-nosedness. I tell you what, one of the hardest-nosed, toughest players that we have had in Bethany Cottage basketball. Absolutely. You talk about you need a rebound, you need the ball. You all saw the highlight there where he dove on the floor and got the ball and was telling the officials he's got the ball, he wants a timeout, it's my ball. And he's competitive, and he's going to get that ball. He's just to see the way this guy developed and come along in that regards, as well as offensively. This guy was good flashing up in that high post, whether it's feeding Rasan or Nathan down low, or taking a jumper, or taking it to the hole. A